Many years ago, in the village of Ijo, there lived a young man named Adebayo. Adebayo was a calm and introverted man. Adebayo was a farmer and the only child of his mother, who was a widow. Adebayo will work on his late father's small plots of land and also work on other people's farmland just to put food on their table and to buy medications for his sick mother. One day, very early in the morning, Adebayo set out of the house to work on his father's piece of land and also work for other people in order to get paid later that day. When he returned home, to his surprise, he saw his mother lying on the bed, shivering and with a very high temperature. He was afraid and rushed her to the hospital. On getting there, the doctor tried all they could, but they lost her. Adebayo was very devastated and sad. He thought about how life has been unfair to him. He grew up without a father and no sibling. Now the only person he called family has left him in this wicked world. Adebayo wept for days. After the burial of his mother, he decided to put his life together and fend for himself. One day, he went out to work on people's farm to help them weed and cultivate on their farmland. When he saw a beautiful lady named Damola, who also came to work for the owner of the farm. Damola was a very beautiful lady. She was an orphan and she also worked on people's farm so that she can fend for herself. When Damola saw Adebayo, she greeted him calmly and said, "I heard about your mother's death. Please accept my condolence. How are you doing now?" Adebayo replied, "I'm fine, by the grace of God." They chatted for some minutes and returned back to work. After that day's work, they went back home together, chatting and discussing. From that day, Adebayo and Damola became friends. After a long period of time, Adebayo professed his love to Damola and told her of his intention to get married to her. Damola accepted and few months later, they got married. The first few months of their marriage was very difficult. They have to work on people's farmlands before they can put food on their table. Adebayo and Damola set out every morning to work on people's farmland so they can fend for themselves. It was not long when Damola became pregnant, so she was not able to go to the farm to work anymore. So Adebayo will go to the farm to work every morning. At evening, when returning home, he will stop at the market to get some things for the house with the money that he was paid that day. One day, when Adebayo returned from the farm, he met Damola sitting on the couch. When she saw him, she greeted him. Adebayo said, "My wife, I bought some foodstuffs on my way back home. Please prepare something for us to eat." Damola replied angrily, Please, Adebayo. I'm very weak, I'm tired and cannot go and start cooking now. And I have not eaten anything apart from the leftover food. If you want to eat this night, you can go and make the food yourself. As for me, I am tired. Adebayo went into the room to take his bath. Then he went to the kitchen to make food for them to eat. The same thing happened the next day, and gradually it became the character of Damola to always tell Adebayo to make the meals, saying she is tired. Whenever Adebayo tries to complain, Damola will say, "Ade, please help me to do the cooking. You know this is my first trimester. I always wake up weak and tired. And the doctor said I should not stress myself because this period is very crucial." Adebayo understood, and we always try to return back home from the farm early so as to cook and do the house chores. It continued like that till Damola put to bed. The demand for money increased as a newborn baby have been added to the family. Damola will always shout and complain about their financial condition. Adebayo will always tell her to be patient, that God will make a way for them. Adebayo said, "Damola, my wife, I know you have been trying. Please be patient with me. I have a plan for you to start up a small business. After we harvest our produce, I will keep some of the produce and sell some of it so I can use the money and start up a small fruit business for you in the market. When Damola, our daughter, is up to 3 months, I think that will help us financially, while I will start working on other people's farm in order to gather money to start up a business." Damola nodded in agreement. 3 months later, Adebayo started up the fruit business for Damola. She was not really happy. She wanted more from him. But she thought in her heart that it is more better than working on people's farm. One day, while Damola was in the market, a man came to buy fruits from her. The man looks good and rich. Damola said, "Welcome, sir. What do you want?" The man replied, "Give me some oranges." The man paid for the oranges and asked her to keep the change. Damola was very happy. The next day, the man came again to buy fruits. The man asked Damola a question to strike a conversation with her. He asked her, "Is this your baby?" pointing at Bola. Damola replied, "Yes, sir." He said, "What is a beautiful lady doing in the market selling fruits while you are supposed to be at home and being taken care of by maids? You are too beautiful to be selling fruits. Anyway, give me my fruits. Let me go." That evening, when Damola got home, she was lost in thoughts, thinking about all that the man told her. She went to the mirror to look at herself. She said to herself, that man was saying the truth oh. I'm too beautiful to be a fruit seller now. If not, that this Adebayo's poverty have stained my beauty. Damola. She was still talking to herself when Adebayo returned. He said, "Dami, what is it? This one you are looking at the mirror, looking lost." Damola did not utter a word. He then said, "Please, get me my food. I'm really hungry." Damola yelled at him, "Which food? Did you keep any food in this house before you left?" If you want to eat, go to the kitchen and make your food, she said and left. Adebayo was shocked. He did not know what happened to her. From that day, Damola's character changed and she became worse. She will leave the house in the morning to the market and return late. When Adebayo tried to confront her, she will shout at him and give him the insult of his life, calling him a poor wretched farmer who wants to use his poverty to stain her beauty. When Bola, their daughter, was 2 years, Damola stopped taking her to the market. Early in the morning, she will dress up to leave for the market. Then she will instruct Adebayo to take care of Bola. Sometimes Adebayo will not be able to go to the farm to work because no one will look after Bola. Damola will leave the house in the morning and return very late. She started to cheat on Adebayo with Kunle, the man who used to buy fruits from her. Kunle was a rich young man in his late 40s. He has been married before but divorced. One day, Kunle and Damola went on a date. Kunle told Damola to leave her poor, wretched husband and come and be with him, that he is rich and will take good care of her. Damola replied, "Please give me some time to think about it." When Damola got home that night, Adebayo was very angry and yelled at her, "Damola, where are you coming back from by this time of the night?" Damola replied, "It's none of your business. It's my life and I will live it the way I like." She turned to leave. Then she said, "And for your information, I am tired of this poverty-infected marriage. I want to go and breathe fresh air," she said and walked out on Adebayo. Adebayo was shocked. He could not believe his ears. He just stared at her. The next morning, Adebayo left for his farm work very early in the morning. When he returned, he met Bola, their daughter, alone, crying. He asked for Damola and searched everywhere for her, but did not see her. Then he noticed that her luggage was nowhere to be found. He was confused and devastated. He thought, how will Damola left her 2-year-old daughter and run away? Adebayo waited for Damola for days but did not see her. He has to accept his reality and face his child. Adebayo will wake up very early in the morning, bathe Bola, feed her, and take her to the farm with him. When he gets to the farm, he will keep her aside and start working. It continued for some months. Then he decided to enroll her into a school so that the burden of taking her to the farm will be reduced. Adebayo went to the school to meet Bola's auntie. He discussed with her. He said, "Please, ma, I would like Bola to spend extra time in school so that when I'm done with my farm work, I can come and pick her." Bola auntie, who was a young beautiful lady, she responded, "Sir, that will not be a problem. I heard about how your wife left you and your daughter. I will be glad to help. I can take her to my house. So when you are done with your work, you can come and pick her. Adebayo was very grateful to Bola's auntie. He thanked her and left. After some years, Bola was now a young, beautiful girl, very brilliant, talented, and well-behaved. Bola's auntie, Auntie Ronke, has been a very good support system to Bola in her academics and in all spheres of life. Adebayo thought about how helpful Ronke have been to him, and he decided to get married to her. He told Ronke about his intentions. Ronke gladly accepted and they got married. Ronke was a very good and caring wife and mother to Adebayo and Bola. Few weeks later, there was a news about a competition that will be aired on television on the 13th of next month. The English Spelling Spark competition. Ronke heard about it, and that evening she discussed it with Adebayo. She said, "My husband, there is a competition coming up on the 13th of next month. I would like Bola to participate. You know, she is a very intelligent girl. I know she will make us proud." Adebayo agreed, and Ronke went ahead to purchase the form for Bola. Ronke spent most of her time teaching Bola all she needs to know about the competition. On the day of the competition, Ronke woke up very early in the morning, made the food they are going to eat, and woke Bola to get ready for the competition. Before they set out, Ronke and Adebayo told Bola that she should not be anxious, that they both believe that she will make them proud. Then they held hands together and prayed before leaving the house. When they arrived at the venue, within 5 minutes, the competitors was called on. During the competition, Bola passed the first stage and the second stage. It was now time for the final stage of the competition, and the spellings was upgraded, and it was only Bola that got 98% of the questions and was declared the winner and was awarded millions of naira and complete scholarship to the university. However, when Bola was asked to give her speech, she said, "I want to thank God Almighty who has made this day a reality. And I want to appreciate my father for his love and support towards me." Pointing at Adebayo, "My mother abandoned me when I was just 2 years old, but my dad never abandoned me. He will work on people's farmland day and night, under the rain and under the sun, so that I will not sleep hungry. Though he did not have much, but tried his best to give me the best in life. He is an example of a good father. And I also want to thank this beautiful woman, my stepmother. She has been a blessing to me. She came into my life and added flavor to it. She has never made me feel as if she is not my biological mother. She has been a pillar of hope and strength. since she came into our lives. I bless God for making our paths to cross. Damola watched all that her daughter Bola had said and was proud to have given birth to an intelligent girl, and was also full of regrets that her impatience had deprived her of her day of celebration and honor, and another person was standing in her place. She regretted all her actions. The organizer of the competition was proud of Bola. He was so surprised at the level of her intelligence during the competition and how eloquent she delivered her speech without looking at a paper. He said, "I'm so touched by your story, and I have decided to give you and your parents a good life by sending you all out of the country to complete your secondary and tertiary education." Adebayo and Ronke were shocked, and tears rolled down Adebayo's face. He was marveled as how God has changed his life through Bola. He remembered how he came back home from the farm and met her on the bed crying, and Damola nowhere to be found. Damola, who have been married to Kunle for 12 years now without a child. Kunle was frustrated and got married to another lady who gave birth to 2 sons for him. The lady became the madam of the house and treated Damola as a slave because she had no place in the house. Damola thought to herself, "For how long will I continue to force myself to be accepted in this house? I'm not treated anything better than a maid. Let me go back to my husband and beg for forgiveness." Few weeks later, all the arrangements of their relocation to abroad was ready and their bags fully packed. A day to their journey, Adebayo, Ronke, and Bola was sitting outside the house discussing when Adebayo saw Damola with her bags walking into the compound. He was shocked. Damola fell on her knees, crying and begging Adebayo. Adebayo told her, "You don't have to do that. Please stand up." Helping her up, he said, "I don't have anything against you anymore. I'm in a better place now, and my daughter have a good mother also, who love her so much." Damola was filled with shame and regret. Adebayo welcomed her inside. That night, she tried to talk to Bola, but Bola did not give her audience. The next day, Adebayo, Ronke, and Bola set to leave the village. A vehicle came to pick them. Adebayo bid Damola goodbye. Damola stand looking at them as tears flowed down her cheek. Damola decided to remain in the village and gather her life instead of being treated like a maid. She lived all her life regretting her actions, wishing she can turn the hands of time. While Damola, Ronke, and Bola became very wealthy and enjoyed their life to the fullest. Hi, beautiful people of African Tales with Ify Best. Hope you enjoy the story. Hope you find value in this story. Please let me know in the comment section the moral lesson you learned from this story and where you are watching this story from. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so and turn on the notification bell to get notified when next I post interesting video. Please like, comment and share this video to your loved ones. It's a bye from here until I bring another interesting video your way. God bless you.